From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. Hope you all had a fantastic weekend out there. Today is going to be a bit of a rambunctious start. We'll have gusts anywhere between 20 to 40 miles per hour. And then after that, a very interesting storm system. From 10 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Wednesday, we could have 7 to 8 inches for our Cascade Pass, 7 to 8 inches of snow, that is, and perhaps even a little dusting for the Kittitas and Yakima Valley. So a very important forecast on the way. This morning, already seeing some snow showers up in the Cascades, but this is the tail end of one storm system, but it's that next storm system that is going to bring the chances for more snow to the passes and that dusting to the valleys. Gusts already doing their thing across the map this morning. Gust around 35 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, around 25 miles per hour for portions of the basin, and around 30 miles per hour in the Walla Walla Valley. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s for lower elevations. We're seeing 20s for the Cascades and 30s for the Blues. Your day planner forecast for this Monday. If you look past the winds, it's going to be a nice day with a whole lot of sunshine. But speaking of the winds, we'll time these out. And also, of course, we'll talk about the snow that everyone's interested in. So that's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a man's behind bars this morning after a stolen vehicle was spotted in broad daylight. Coming up, how police recovered the car and who was behind the wheel at the time. And Pasco Fire just became the first department in Washington to safely remove toxic firefighting foam, a move that could protect the community and the environment for years to come. Coming up, we'll find out how these forever chemicals are being handled. And holiday shoppers, heads up to fast-moving scams making their rounds right now, and deputies say they are catching more people off guard every day. The red flags to look out for before you lose money. That's all coming up right now on Good Morning Northwest.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good Monday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us and joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott. Jessica has the morning off. We want to get right this morning to a crime alert out of Kennewick, where police say a stolen vehicle was recovered over the weekend. Authorities located the vehicle late Saturday morning near North Underwood Street and West Hood. Take a look. These are photos from the scene from the Kennewick Police Department. So while they were waiting for additional units to show up, officers actually saw a man walk up and get inside the stolen car. Police later identified him as 25-year-old Salvador Cardenas. Officers approached him, they made contact, and they safely detained him. Cardenas was arrested and booked into the Benton County Jail on one count of possessing a stolen vehicle. And the Benton County Sheriff's Office has a warning for everyone to be extra cautious as holiday scams are ramping up. Deputies say one of the biggest issues right now is fake package tracking texts. Scammers send messages that look like they're from a delivery service. They include a link and asks you to track your package, but the link actually sends you to a malicious site designed to steal your personal information. The Sheriff's Office says never click unexpected links, even if they look legitimate. Another growing scam targets people buying items or services online. The seller will ask you to pay using gift cards. Once you share that gift card number and PIN, scammers can drain the balance instantly and you'll never receive what you paid for. Deputies remind everyone that legitimate sellers and reputable companies will never ask for payment in gift cards. 5:03 and looking to Yakima now, where the county is at the tail end of updating its strategic homeless plan after months of prep. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert sat down with county commissioners to break down what's in the plan and what folks can expect.
Yakima County is close to finalizing its state-required 5-year strategic homeless plan, a 38-page draft built after months of community listening sessions in Toppenish, Yakima, and Sunnyside. The plan is essential because counties must adopt one to access Department of Commerce homeless response dollars. And here in Yakima County, about 72% of all funding to address homelessness comes directly from state dollars.
First or second Tuesday in December will be the public hearing that the Board of County Commissioners will have on it. So anyone in the public could come and provide comments. And then shortly after that, by mid-December, we will adopt our 5-year plan.
Commissioner Curtis tells me that the 5-year plan is an essential document when it comes to tackling homelessness. Now, Commissioner Curtis tells me that the 5-year plan will also have the different needs of the different communities across Yakima and how the best ways to move forward with addressing homelessness.
One of the major action items focuses on lack of treatment options including the possibility of establishing a detox facility.
Plan does call out for a need for medical detox in some shape or form for this community. Medical detox has been one program that's been pointed at to help alleviate some of the major addictions that you're seeing out on our street and hopefully give a pathway to wholesome and wellness again.
Another key priority is addressing people who have spent years in shelters and a need for long-term stable housing solutions.
The plan really calls out for a additional increase in what's called permanent supportive housing. This surprises a lot of folks, but we have a huge percentage of chronic homelessness in our shelters. These are folks who have been sitting in shelter 3, 5, 7 years. These are folks that need a permanent solution.
Curtis says the plan won't stay static. It's designed to adapt as conditions change and as homelessness evolves.
It's not something that we pass now and we don't look at for the next 5 years. It's intended to be a living and breathing document that fluctuates with the crisis that we see out on our streets, because the reality is the state of homelessness is going to change.
County leaders say the goal is to tackle a major issue with a balanced, community-centered approach aimed for long-term solutions that support both housed and unhoused residents. In Yakima, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And the public hearing on the plan will be held in early December, with the final adoption expected by mid-month. 5:06 now, and looking to health news out of Yakima. Comprehensive Health Care was chosen for Washington State's first certified community behavioral health clinic and their pre-certification program. Officials with Comprehensive Health Care say this is a big step for expanding mental health and substance use treatment in Central Washington. The program will help Comprehensive Health Care offer 24/7 crisis support and wide-ranging care to anyone, no matter their insurance or ability to pay.
So really it's about getting access to people and looking at whole person care. So access, we want to provide access in real time to individuals when they need it.
The new program is set to launch in January 2026. 5:07 and more health news this morning. Pasco Fire is now the first fire department in Washington to have its stockpile of toxic firefighting foam safely removed. The foam, called AFFF, was once commonly used for fuel fires, but it contains PFAS, often called forever chemicals, and those are linked to some health risks and long-term environmental contamination. The Department of Ecology collected Pasco Fire's remaining foam for safe disposal, part of a new statewide program aimed at keeping PFAS out of water, soil, and firefighting gear.
It's important because we want to make sure that we're protecting the environment, right? Our citizens entrust us with our money and entrust us with doing the right things, and we want to make sure that we respect that and we're doing the right things when people are watching, when they're not.
Now the AFFF foam will then head to Spokane, be collected before being transferred to Utah to be put into an incinerator to be disposed of safely. And staying in Pasco, the City Council has recently held a public hearing to discuss creating a transportation benefit district to fund street maintenance. Now, this plan would allow for a car tab fee up to $20 per vehicle or a 0.1% sales tax. With gas tax revenues declining as cars become more fuel efficient and street repairs costs rising, council members are weighing options carefully.
All these taxes and fees and inflation and everything's going up around them, and I do believe that if we were going to increase our sales tax, which is something I would be for, the citizens of the city of Pasco should vote for that.
No final decision was made, and if the sales tax option moves forward, it could appear on a future ballot for voters to decide. 5:08 in education news this morning. The Washington Association of School Administrators have named the Pasco Superintendent as the 2026 Washington State Superintendent of the Year. Having held the position since 2016, Michelle Whitney says the recognition holds profound meaning as it celebrates the commitment of her team to serving students and communities with heart and purpose. WASA credits Whitney for strengthening communication and expanding equitable access to academic opportunities. Whitney's now eligible for the 2026 American Association of School Administrators National Superintendent of the Year Award, and that will be announced in February. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up this morning, some new movement on possible peace talks. The U.S. and Ukraine wrapping up a high-stakes meeting in Geneva, and we're hearing what negotiators are saying about the path forward, what's changing, and what's still a sticking point. All of that's coming up. And giving you a live look outside this morning from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colworth will break down your first alert forecast coming up after the break, letting us know what we can expect as we start the week.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red?
Experience the magic at Country Mercantile's Holly Jolly Fest this December at our Richland location. Every Saturday and Sunday, December 6th through 21st, starting at 12 p.m. Bring the whole family for letters to Santa, live music, cookie decorating, and pictures with Santa. Free hot cocoa and train rides every weekend. Explore our gift shop for unique finds, from artisan chocolates to gourmet goodies, perfect for the season. Make your holidays holly and jolly at Country Mercantile's Fest.
Thanksgiving is November 27th, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your gathering needs. Whole turkeys, fully cooked and perfectly seasoned. Try our new Cajun style. Turkey breasts, deliciously smoked or oven roasted. Or our famous slow-cooked spiral-cut hams, hand-glazed and caramelized to perfection. Complete your feast with one of our incredible sides and delicious desserts. Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard. Call today to place your order, 509-579-5855, or go to honeybaked.com.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models. See your Inland Empire GMC dealers.
Many of us may be at risk for type 2 diabetes, but making healthy eating choices can help prevent it. Discover how at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Diabetes Awareness Month, sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red?
This week, GMA and America's Test Kitchen are bringing the heat to your table.
We're going to show you how to cook and serve the best Thanksgiving ever. Trust me, your family will thank you for this.
This week, only on
Good Morning America.
Is local traffic camera data shared with federal agents? Apple Valley News Now, Tuesday at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colworth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is going to be a gusty start to this work week, 20 to 40 mile per hour gusts in the forecast for today. So it looks like the fastest wind gusts are going to be in the Kittitas Valley, also for the lower Columbia Basin and for the Blue Foothills. Some of the strongest gusts around 35 to 40 miles per hour. But after 4 p.m., our wind should turn calm. Okay, so for today, with those winds, it's going to feel a little bit cooler than what the air temperatures would otherwise suggest, but those air temperatures are going to end up in the 40s and 50s for lower elevations, 30s for both for mountain ranges, and then for tonight, it's going to be a cold one, folks, as most of us are going to drop down into the 20s, although we could have some low 30s in the Walla Walla Valley. And our highs are going to turn even colder for Sunday and beyond. So here's what that's going to look like in the Tri-Cities. Low 50s for today, dropping down into low to mid 40s for Tuesday and Wednesday, back up around 50 for Thanksgiving Day and Black Friday, but low 40s for Saturday and then into the upper 30s for Sunday. So a pretty significant drop off from Friday to Sunday, and those overnight lows are going to drop off as well. Saturday night 23 degrees, Sunday night 22 degrees for the Tri-Cities. Now this is 6 to 7 nights out, so this is subject to change, but it's something we're going to be watching very closely. But in the meantime, a lot of vested interest in the forecast for Tuesday into Wednesday morning, the potential for snow in the valleys and some snowy Cascade passes as well. So I'll show you that snow map coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Josh. 5:14, turning our attention to national news this morning and to the latest on the war in Ukraine. Nearly 4 years after Russia's invasion, Ukrainian and European officials met in Geneva to discuss peace talks. However, critics argue that the plan's too lenient on Russia. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details on where things stand this morning.
This morning, new details on the high-stakes meeting between U.S. and Ukrainian officials in Geneva as talks resume today on a proposed peace deal to end the Russia-Ukraine war.
We've made substantial progress. Today was the best day we have had in our entire 10 months of working on these issues.
The comments follow talks in Geneva with Ukrainian officials aimed at revising a 28-point peace plan offered by the U.S., a plan that would have handed over more Ukrainian territory to Russia and slashed its military in half. The deal would also require Ukraine to promise it will never join NATO, but it would provide some sort of U.S. military-backed security guarantee for Ukraine. Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle criticizing the plan.
I would not advise Ukraine to sign this.
That plan, that's Putin's plan. That is a very good deal for Russia. It is a horrible deal for Ukraine.
Trump administration officials are pushing back against critics, with the State Department insisting it was based on input from both sides.
Would like to get to peace.
The president had reportedly threatened to cut off all U.S. military support and intelligence sharing unless Ukraine agreed to a deal by Thursday. But Secretary Rubio is now downplaying that deadline. Ukrainian President Zelensky saying on Sunday, Ukraine has never wanted this war and we will never be an obstacle to peace. Over the weekend, more deadly attacks between Ukrainian and Russian forces.
And of course, U.S. officials say there are plans to hold a separate meeting with a Russian delegation. No details, though, provided about the location or the proposed timing of when that meeting would take place. We'll keep you updated. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth back with your first alert forecast as we give you a live look outside from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima, and he is talking about the possibility for snow. Where will it be falling? He's going to let you know coming up after the break.
Trouble with your dishwasher? Don't trust just anyone. Call your local appliance experts at Fred's Appliance. Enjoy big savings on all Bosch appliances, from laundry to refrigerators and more, all in stock and ready to go. Like this Bosch dishwasher. Save up to $300 today. At Fred's Appliance, we have in-stock get-it-today inventory, so the only dishes you pull out of the dishwasher are clean and in one piece.
Tired of the same old bull? Cash in on something utterly different. It's the Moolah La Cash Giveaway at Legends Casino Hotel. Every Thursday in November, you can tip the cash cow and milk your luck for up to $6,000. And on November 27th, the cash cow gets even bigger. 3 lucky winners will each have a shot at $30,000. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. Hoof it on over to Legends Casino Hotel for the Moolah La Cash Giveaway, where the cash really moves you.
Are you suffering with constant agonizing knee pain? Have you been told that you have arthritis or are bone on bone? Is knee pain making simple activities like walking stairs or kneeling impossible? If this sounds familiar, the next 60 seconds could change your life. Do not let knee pain control your life any longer. Our powerful program addresses the underlying causes of knee pain without masking symptoms. There is no use of drugs, injections, or surgery. Do not miss this opportunity. Call now to see if we can help. If you qualify for care, day 1 we will perform a trial treatment. Please listen carefully. You will know by the end of the first visit whether or not we can help you. Do not hesitate. Call now. You don't need to suffer any longer. Call right now to see if you qualify for our program that has transformed thousands of lives. Call before it's too late and take the first step towards the knee pain relief you deserve.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. All right, We have the chance for some valley snow 10 a.m. on Tuesday to 1 in the morning on Wednesday. Just less than an inch is what we're going with for right now, but 10 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Wednesday, 7 to 8 inches of snow for a Cascade passes. So let's show you how it all goes down with the Futurecast radar, all right? This afternoon, well, this is right at lunchtime, but you see a few rain and snow showers up in the Cascades, but that is going to be brief. The rest of the afternoon and evening should be dry. But now this is tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I think Futurecast maybe is being a little bit early with the arrival of this next round, but you see snow for the Cascades, and then it's going to be this time frame right here. You see that green mixing in with that blue. So we could have a rain-snow mix in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. And see the rest of the region also going to see a fair amount of moisture as well. 5 p.m. This is all over the map. And by midnight, looks like we're finally a little bit drier for the valleys and for the Cascades, but still some of this lingering for the foothills and for the blues. So here are, here's some of the liquid water totals we're expecting from this storm system. You see most of this is going to be concentrated up in the Cascades, but around a ½ an inch for the blues. But this is the map I know everyone is most concerned about, right? 10 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Wednesday. Remember, still going with less than an inch for the valley, 7 to 8 inches for Snoqualmie and White Passes, and around 5 inches of snow for Tollgate. That would be off of Oregon 204. So if you're going to travel over the passes during this time frame, have the tire chains ready to go, have the winter safety kit ready to go, especially up in the Cascades. More wet weather is going to follow this for Wednesday through Saturday. Here's what it's going to look like in the Yakima Valley. 40% rain chances for Wednesday and Thursday, a break for Black Friday, then a little 20% shower chance for Saturday. This is going to be another wet round specifically for the Cascades, and in terms of snow, not as snowy this time. If anything, a little bit snowier for Blue Mountain passes, around 3 inches for I-84, US 395, and for Tollgate off Oregon 204. So here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Gusts between 25 to 35 miles per hour today, a small chance of showers Tuesday, then a 50-50 rain chance Wednesday. In Yakima, a rain-snow mix possible tomorrow, then just cold rain chances for Wednesday and Thursday. In Ellensburg, also the potential for a rain-snow mix on Tuesday and a Wednesday, and then maybe a few more flurries flying on Saturday. In Hermiston, 25 to 35 mile per hour gusts today, small rain chances Tuesday, better chances of wet weather Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day. And finally for Walla Walla, little chances of wet weather today and tomorrow, but looking wetter for Wednesday and Thanksgiving.
The rain is coming.
Yes,
I mean, we've seen some drizzles over the weekend, of course, but now it just looks like an inundation of it.
Yes, and whenever you say the S word around this time of the year for lower elevations, I know people, they really
their ears perk up.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So less than an inch is what we're going with for Ellensburg and Yakima, but definitely some more impactful snow for Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass.
Which is exactly where we want it.
Yes.
We want the ski resorts to get snow and to open up around Thanksgiving and to have a wonderful snowy flourished season.
Yes, it's great for recreation, and we need good snowpack to eventually melt down into our reservoir, so it's a win-win.
Yeah, see, there you go. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We're taking a live look at the movies that hit the box office over the weekend, from a magical debut on the big screen to a shakeup in the rankings, the movies that scored the top, and the returning hits still holding strong. It's all coming up in your entertainment headlines after the break.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get an exciting new Toyota, like Camry.
Wait, what?
RAV4 Hybrid.
Cool.
Tundra, and more.
Whoa.
How'd you do that? Toyotathon magic.
Toyotathon is on, and right now, you can lease a new adventure-ready 2025 RAV4 for just $289 a month.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Get this exceptional offer on a 2026 Cadillac Vistic and select 2025 and 2026 Cadillac Optiq and Lyriq models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Black Friday is here at More Furniture. Don't miss the biggest savings of the year. Up to 50% off store-wide on beautiful living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Free white glove delivery on your purchase of $9.99 or more. We'll bring it in, set it up, and take the hassle out of your holiday upgrade. Plus doorbuster deals you can't afford to miss. Hurry in for the very best selections before they're gone.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
Prosser Memorial Health orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist Dr. Tegan Goodell is now caring for patients at Prosser Orthopedic Center. Dr. Goodell brings his expertise in sports injuries and advanced arthroscopic procedures to the community, offering comprehensive care to athletes and active individuals throughout the region. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Goodell, call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Getting into the holiday spirit. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday.
Welcome back, 526. Talking entertainment now this morning, and plenty of moviegoers turned out for the return trip down the Yellow Brick Road. My kids and myself included.
One over there.
Yeah.
Well, and some familiar titles also held their ground. Now this morning, David Daniel has the early estimates for the top 5 films in theaters this weekend.
Sometimes the story we tell ourselves becomes the truth.
Rental Family, starring Brendan Fraser, started out in 5th place, taking in $3.3 million.
Have you ever wondered if this game is rigged?
Guess we'll find out. The Running Man scooted down to 4th place in its sophomore weekend, flying off with $5.8 million.
So this is your first hunt?
Predator Badlands made $6.3 million to stay in 3rd place.
2 generations of magicians brought together for a reason.
Now You See Me, Now You Don't lost the top spot, conjuring up $9.1 million to finish in 2nd place.
Here's the plan. I have no plan.
Well, I do.
Oh, thank God.
Wicked for Good zoomed off to a $150 million debut, the best opening ever for a Broadway adaptation and the 2nd biggest 3-day launch of the year behind a Minecraft movie. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And it's so good.
I think it's going to be at that #1 spot for a few more weekends. $150 million.
I think so too,
Man.
as it should be. Yeah, me and the kids went yesterday to round off our weekend. And Genevieve, you know, if you wake up with us on a regular basis, you may remember that for Halloween, we were kind of a mashup of Wizard of Oz, Wicked characters. And so Genevieve was Dorothy, and she was adamant that she wore her Dorothy costume to the movie yesterday. So Dorothy made it. She fell asleep through part of it.
Oh.
But she was the cutest little moviegoer there could have been. So yeah, me and the kids went. We loved it.
The reviews in, do you like the 2nd one better than the 1st one?
I see, my kids asked me this too, and I told them I can't choose because I like them both. They both have such different, they kind of have different vibes to them a little bit. I like them both. Also, I can't. I know. Jackson was he's like, no, you have to tell me which one do you like more. I'm like, I can't.
It's one of those things where you have to let it ruminate a little bit, get more perspective on it. You don't want recency bias.
Right, and that's the thing too. I mean, I love the new one so much because it's the new one, but the first one, I mean, that's where it begins. That's how the story starts to tell itself. Yeah. And so
we'll check back in 6 months, see what you think.
I'll probably still say both. Don't make me choose. It's like when my kids ask me who's their favorite. Like, constantly, which kid's your favorite? All of them.
That's a more difficult one to answer, I think.
That depends on the day, right?
Yeah.
All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. It looks like a regular vending machine, but what comes out isn't for you. Find out how this growing global initiative lets people in the Tri-Cities give food, shoes, and even goats to those in need, both locally and worldwide. Plus, an $18 TSA fee could soon be coming for passengers without a real ID. But what does that mean for your holiday travel? Stick around to hear exactly how it could affect your next flight. But first, here's your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, the discovery of a sort of chewing gum from the Stone Age. European scientists say they've extracted DNA from saliva found on a 10,000-year-old piece of birch tar. They also found teeth marks. The DNA indicates the gum was likely chewed by a girl with brown hair and brown eyes. The FBI is investigating a breach at a real estate data company used by JP Morgan Chase, Citi, and other Wall Street banks for real estate loans and mortgages. Citus AMC says account records and legal agreements were affected by the hack. And Black Friday sales are well underway, including those from Nintendo. Some popular Switch games are at their lowest prices ever, including Super Mario Odyssey and The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom for about $30, which is about half off of those games. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Sophie Flay. Have a great day.
I'm your old wiring. And while you're obsessing over Polar Whisper and White Delight, well, you're forgetting what's hiding behind your wall.
And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, paying for all this can burn through your savings.
Switch to Allstate and you could save hundreds. What are you waiting for?
Look out! 24-karat magic in the air.
Behind all the holiday magic is you. Max, what makes you, you.
Today we're unboxing Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear. Wow! These wavy edges tear so much better than ordinary squares. And it's way softer. Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear, definitely recommend. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Monday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Jessica has the morning off. Did you have a good weekend?
I did. What about you?
Good. Yes, great weekend. Yes, we had the Festival of Trees with United Way of Benton Franklin counties. It was an incredible night of fundraising for our local community, so that's fantastic. Excited to get our final dollar amount to share with everyone how much we raised for local kids in the community.
Love that. And you're planning next year already. That's
yes, already planning next year, and I'm ready to rock and roll for the next one.
Awesome.
Yeah, how was yours?
It was awesome. I went down to Uptown Richland. Maybe you saw me out there.
Oh,
but,
meow. Did you see Josh out? Send pics if you did. Out in the wild.
That's okay. I don't need to get in any trouble. All right, let's go ahead and talk about those big weather stories. It is going to be a gusty start to this work week, and it is perhaps going to be a little bit of a wintry continuation of the work week as we have that next storm system that's rolling in. So 7 to 8 inches of snow is what we're expecting for a Cascade Passes 10 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Wednesday. And then maybe those snow levels getting all the way down to the Kittitas and Yakima Valley floors during the same time frame. So we're only expecting a little dusting of snow for the valleys, but something we're keeping a very close eye on. First alert radar not showing you much out there for this morning, but the winds are showing you quite a bit. It is gusty for the basin, for the Blue Foothills, up in the Kittitas Valley, and then also up in the Cascades, and of course for the Blues as well. So gusty across the map. Those will continue throughout the course of the day. That is keeping our temperatures not as cold as they were for some of the mornings last week, but still 30s and 40s for lower elevations and 20s and 30s up in the mountains. Your hourly forecast for this Monday for the Tri-Cities, if you look past the winds, it's going to be a nice day as we'll have a whole lot of sunshine. So for today, for lower elevations, mostly sunny and gusty. I'll have more to say about the winds through this afternoon coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Josh. We begin this morning following up on a story that we first brought you last week. An $18 TSA screening fee may be coming to those who don't have their real ID yet when traveling in an airport. Tri-Cities Airport Director saying for right now, this is a national proposal that just went into the Federal Register and is in the comment period. So this proposal is something that's being pushed through the TSA Department of Homeland Security team throughout the country. not a local airport. He says it's currently happening. It's not currently happening at any airports nationwide, and it's still fairly new.
For those that don't have a real ID compliant identification, either passport, real ID, other forms that are acceptable, they'll have to pay a fee for TSA to go through the process of verifying you. And that fee, my understanding from what I've read, is good for 10 days. So through the duration of most trips.
Now, as of right now, the airport director says you are still able to fly without a real ID, but you will have to go through some additional screenings, and you still do need a passport to leave the country. 5:35, making a difference now as the holidays are a time for many of us to look back at ways to give. And this year, a global charity campaign is expanding in a big way. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen shows us how giving machines are helping people around the world with just the press of a button.
3, 2, 1.
It looks like a regular vending machine, but what you buy here doesn't come out in your hand. Instead, it goes to someone who really needs it.
You'd be giving a driver's license, a new pair of shoes, food, chickens, things like that. You're going to be giving to local or international organizations.
It's part of the Light the World Giving Machine initiative, a program that's growing faster every year. In 2025, these machines will pop up in 126 cities, including the first time in the Tri-Cities, and across 21 countries on 6 continents, and new locations this year include Argentina, Austria, Italy, Thailand, and more.
The growth is just that people are wanting to give, and this makes it a nice central location to be able to give to people and to organizations.
This year, 12 global nonprofits, including the Red Cross, UNICEF, Special Olympics, and UNHCR, joined nearly 600 local charities to offer about 3,500 donation items. The impact speaks for itself. Last year, roughly 850,000 people visited giving machines, purchasing nearly 500,000 items.
All of our items are related to health care for those who don't make a lot of money and who don't have insurance and other ways to access health care.
Grace Clinic is one of 5 local organizations that you can help make a difference. Organizers say this is why these machines keep growing, because they make giving tangible, and with more countries joining this year, they expect the impact to keep climbing.
And here's the part that always gets people. You can see exactly what you're giving, whether it be a pair of shoes, some groceries, or even a goat. You tap and pay for it, and somebody around the world or here locally gets the help they need. Reporting in Richland, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And the Giving Machine will be at the Fairchild Theater in Richland through December 10th, open during the theater's normal business hours. That's where we were yesterday to go see Wicked for Good, and those giving machines were very popular. So it's a very cool way to give to those in need. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Consumer Reports sharing some of its top tested products to help make the most of your Turkey Day leftovers. That's all coming up after the break. It's 5:37.
It's the can't-miss finale of Dancing with the Stars.
Who will win it all?
This ballroom is officially on fire!
Dancing with the Stars, the finale, live Tuesday on ABC and Disney+.
So you only check it twice?
Nissan tests every model thousands of times.
No wonder we're J.D. Power's #1 in new vehicle quality.
Hurry in for Black Friday savings at the Nissan year-end event. Now get 5,000 customer cash on Pathfinder.
Thanksgiving is November 27th, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your gathering needs. Whole turkeys, fully cooked and perfectly seasoned. Try our new Cajun style. Turkey breasts, deliciously smoked or oven roasted. Or our famous slow-cooked spiral-cut hams, hand-glazed and caramelized to perfection. Complete your feast with one of our incredible sides and delicious desserts. Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard. Call today to place your order, 509-579-5855, or go to honeybaked.com.
The Inland Northwest is a vibrant community rich in tradition and pride, and Culligan has a long history of providing custom solutions to address the area's water worries, like nitrates, bacteria, and PFAS. Culligan, water you love since 1936.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down. We were starting a business from the ground up. People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Diabetes can impact your kidneys and eyes, but many complications can be prevented with the right care. Get more at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Diabetes Awareness Month, sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
So you only check it twice?
Nissan tests every model thousands of times.
No wonder we're J.D. Power's #1 in new vehicle quality.
Hurry in for Black Friday savings at the Nissan year-end event. Now get 5,000 customer cash on Pathfinder.
It's the can't-miss finale of Dancing with the Stars.
Who will win it all?
This ballroom is officially on fire!
Dancing with the Stars, the finale, live Tuesday on ABC and Disney+.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is going to be gusty today across the region, except for in the Yakima Valley. They'll be spared, but gust up around 35 to 40 miles per hour for the Kittitas Valley, for the Lower Columbia Basin, and for the Blue Foothills. Wind should turn calm after 4 p.m. Okay, now on to today's highs. 40s and 50s for lower elevations, 30s for the Cascades, the same thing for the Blues. And then for tonight, pretty much all of us going to drop down into the 20s, except for portions of the Walla Walla Valley could still be stuck in the low 30s, but that's still cold. And then we'll turn even colder. The afternoon highs are going to turn colder for Sunday and beyond. Here's what that's going to look like in the Yakima Valley, hovering right around average through Black Friday, and then a little bit colder for Saturday, and then highs struggling to make it out of the 30s by the time we get to Sunday. That's going to be about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. That's going to coincide with some much colder overnight lows, maybe dipping down into the teens, or at the very least the low 20s for Saturday night and Sunday night. So we'll be keeping a close eye on the colder weather, but let's show you the lay of the land over the next handful of days with Futurecast satellite and radar. And you can see that cold front that's going to pass, or that storm system that's going to approach us into the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, and then we'll have some more active weather after that. So many chances of rain, many chances for mountain snow, and hey, maybe even a little bit of valley snow for 10 a.m. on Tuesday to 1 in the morning on Wednesday. We'll time that out again with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, turning our attention to our consumer report this morning. Are you hosting Thanksgiving this year?
I am not. I'm going to be mooching off of other people.
Ah, nice. Well, if you are hosting, you already know how pricey that grocery store bill is going to get.
So once the feast is over with, you'll want to make sure those leftovers stay fresh and stay safe to eat.
Yeah, Consumer Reports has tested food storage options to help make the most of every bite. Take a look at what they found.
Thanksgiving is a time to share a nice meal and some laughs with friends and family. But after the turkey, stuffing, and mashed potatoes are gone and that last piece of pie is claimed, you're left with a load of leftovers.
To preserve freshness and quality foods, you really want to keep things airtight.
Consumer Reports tests have found that nothing is more airtight for food storage than a vacuum sealer. Testers found this tried and true food saver model is quick and easy to use. If you prefer using vacuum containers, Zwilling's starter set is CR's top pick. During testing, it kept food fresh for 10 days in the fridge. IKEA's stainless steel containers take the top spot in CR's ratings for traditional container options. They're durable, excellent at keeping food fresh, and they're not plastic. If you're tight on space in your fridge or freezer, consider putting leftovers in storage bags like these from Glad. CR found them strong, stretchy, and leak-resistant. If you prefer a reusable option, CR says these silicone bags from W&P Porter are soft, pliable, and easy to clean. If you're totally cashed from cooking and you just want to get the leftovers in the fridge ASAP, you'll want a way to seal your serving bowls and plates. Reynolds Pitmaster's Choice is the strongest foil CR tested. Great if you're grilling anything this turkey day.
It did so well in our puncture test, and because it's really strong, you can reuse it and save money.
But if it feels too thick to you, Amazon Basics foil is a great backup. CR says Stretch Tight's BPA-free plastic wrap is strong, sticks well, and rips cleanly thanks to its built-in cutter. Whether you were cooking or just eating all day, your work is done. Time to take to the couch for some football. This is Marcy Whalen.
Well, when it's time to load those leftovers into the fridge or freezer, make sure to label and date each container.
This way you can easily grab what you need for that midnight turkey sandwich.
Do you have a favorite leftover combo, or are you a big leftover guy in general?
I am, and it's that turkey sandwich. Something about that just hits. Put a little Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce on it.
Oh, a little BBQ.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Little twist there.
I see where you're going there. Okay. Well, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Your morning sprint's coming up. Everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. And giving you that live look outside from our dust levels camera in Pasco. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth is going to have your full first alert forecast, which for some areas includes some snow. He's going to let you know when and where coming up after the break.
Saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Black Friday pricing starts Tuesday at Bi-Mart, where we're saving you more on what you need, leaving you more for Christmas gift giving. Find Hamilton Beach Flex Brew 5-in-1 coffee maker, sale priced at $79.99. Remington's 9mm 115 grain 50 count ammo is sale priced at $9.99. Mountain House freeze-dried pouches are priced at $7.99. And Pine Creek fleece throws are 2 for $5. Black Friday pricing starts Tuesday with our best prices of the season at your employee-owned Bi-Mart.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
The old me was stuck in the daily grind. My routine didn't allow for any self-expression. I found clay, and that changed everything. I realized my calling was to give others the space to be creative, to build something. And that's how Clayton was born. Having a Chase Ink card has allowed us to grow it and bring people together. There's a creative side in all of us. That's what I hope people come here to find.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Ink Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Get this exceptional offer on a 2026 Cadillac Vistic and select 2025 and 2026 Cadillac Optic and Lyric models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Thank you. How strong love is. How strong.
I got this.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
Is local traffic camera data shared with federal agents? Watch Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. From 10 a.m. on Tuesday to 1 in the morning on Wednesday, we could have a little dusting of snow for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. Then from 10 a.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Wednesday, maybe 7 to 8 inches of snow for Cascade passes. That would include White Pass and Snoqualmie Pass, about 5 inches for Blewett Pass there off US 97, and then maybe 5 inches of snow for Oregon 204 at Tollgate. And then if you're curious about the snow water equivalent of all that, looking at around an inch up in the Cascades, a half an inch for the Blues, points in between. Not nothing, but not as impressive as what we'll see up in the mountains. So let's time all this out with Futurecast. We put this into motion. This is by lunchtime today, maybe a few more rain and snow showers up in the mountains, but after that, we're looking pretty dry. Then there's that next round for Tuesday. Futurecast, I think, is maybe bringing this in just a hair early, but you'll get the gist. That's around the time that conditions for passes are going to start to slide downhill. And you see that mixture of green and blue here for the valley. So we could see that rain-snow mix, if not complete transition of snow at times. By 5 p.m. tomorrow evening, widespread stuff across the map. And then closer to midnight, looks like we're drying out for the Cascades and valleys, but still dealing with a good bit of moisture for the basin, for the foothills, and for the Blues. And then after that, we have more wet weather to go for Wednesday through Saturday. Here's what that's going to look like in the Yakima Valley. About 40% chances of rain Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day. Dry for Black Friday, then a 20% chance of rain for Saturday. Here are the rainfall totals we're expecting from 4 a.m. on Wednesday to 4 a.m. on Sunday. Once again, this is going to be another storm system where the Cascades pretty much hog up all the moisture. And then in terms of the snow, 4 a.m. on Friday to 4 a.m. on Sunday doesn't look nearly as snowy for a Cascade Pass. Maybe a touch snowier for our Blue Mountain passes, around 3 inches for Cabbage Hill, for the Battle Mountain Summit, and for Tollgate. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Gusts between 25 to 35 miles per hour today. A small chance of showers Tuesday, then a 50-50 rain chance Wednesday. And Yakima, rain snow mix possible tomorrow, then just cold rain chances for Wednesday and Thursday. And Ellensburg, also the potential for a rain snow mix on Tuesday and a Wednesday morning. Maybe a few more flurries flying on Saturday. In Hermiston, gusts up to 35 miles per hour for Monday. Small rain chances Tuesday, but better chances of wet weather Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day. And finally, for Walla Walla, little chances of wet weather today and tomorrow, but looking wetter for Wednesday and Thanksgiving.
Now, the morning sprint.
Thanks, Josh. At 5:51, time for your morning sprint, starting with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. A patrol officer located a stolen vehicle late Saturday morning. This happened near North Underwood Street and West Hood Avenue. Images from the scene on your screen right now. When officers were waiting for backup, they say a man later identified as 25-year-old Salvador Cardenas got into that stolen car. Well, Cardenas was arrested and booked into the Benton County Jail on charges of possessing a stolen vehicle. And deputies in Benton County are warning about 2 scams that are picking up as the holidays approach. The first, fake package tracking texts. Scammers send links that look real but actually take you to sites designed to steal your personal information. Second scam involves online sellers asking for payment through gift cards. Once you share the gift card and the PIN, scammers drain the money immediately and the buyer never receives the item or service. Yakima County's draft 5-year homeless plan is nearly complete after months of community input. The plan addresses gaps in treatment options, including a potential detox facility, and calls for more permanent supportive housing for those who have spent years in shelters. Public hearings will be held in early December, with final adoption expected mid-month. County officials stress that the plan is a living document meant to adapt as the homeless crisis evolves. And Pasco Fire is now the first fire department in Washington to safely remove its stockpile of toxic firefighting foam known as AFFF. The foam was once used for fuel fires but contains PFAS, often called forever chemicals, which pose long-term health and environmental risks. The Department of Ecology collected the remaining foam for safe disposal. From Spokane, it'll be transported to Utah for incineration, ensuring these harmful substances are safely removed from the community and environment. And the Pasco City Council recently held a public hearing to discuss creating a transportation benefit district to fund street maintenance. The plan would allow for a car tab fee up to $20 per vehicle or a 1/10 of a 1% sales tax. With gas tax revenues declining because cars becoming more fuel efficient, street repair costs are rising and council members are weighing options carefully. No final decision was made, and if the sales tax option moves forward, it could appear on a future ballot for voters to decide. 5:53 in your national headlines this morning. New developments from over the weekend in the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files. Justice Department asking a federal judge in Florida to reconsider unsealing grand jury materials related to the Epstein investigation. A judge previously rejected a DOJ request to make the transcripts public, and the department is trying again, and now that the Congress has passed the bill demanding the release of all documents related to the convicted sex offender's case. Epstein died by suicide in 2019 while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. However, he committed many of his initial crimes in Florida. It is still not clear what files the Justice Department will release or if it won't release some because of ongoing investigations. All right, in your business headlines this morning at 5:54, a record number of people are expected to spend the upcoming weekend shopping, of course. According to National Retail Federation, nearly 187 people will be shopping from, that's got to be more, 187 million, I'm going to say. Should not just 187, right, Josh?
Probably not.
A lot of people are going to be shopping from Thanksgiving through Cyber Monday, and it's an increase of 3 million shoppers from last year, which was the previous record. According to the survey, Black Friday and Cyber Monday will be top shopping days. The top 3 items on people's lists are clothing, accessories, gift cards, and toys. All right, talking sports this morning. A football player with the University of Alabama at Birmingham is behind bars facing charges of assault and attempted murder. Authorities say offensive lineman Daniel Mincy allegedly stabbed 2 teammates at the UAB football facility hours before the Blazers faced off against South Florida on Saturday. Police say it's unclear what the motive for the attack was. Investigation ongoing. 5:55, trending this morning. It was a wild sight to wake up to in New Jersey when a full-on horse chase ran right through a neighborhood on Friday morning. Take a look.
Right? Well, police in Monroe Township say it all unfolded when a runaway horse, nicknamed Seabiscuit, of course, decided to take them on a little adventure just before 8 a.m.
It's an early morning jog. Officers tried to corral the horse and guide it back home, but Seabiscuit wasn't having it, trotting through the neighborhood and refusing to rein it in. But with a little teamwork and some extra horsepower from additional officers, they eventually secured the horse safely and returned it to its owners.
Police say calls like this actually aren't that unusual for them, and they do everything they can to protect the animals that are part of their community.
That's something you see every day.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, you'll never see a more graceful police chase.
No, just prancing through town.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. From early morning car backups to busy airport terminals, Thanksgiving travel can test anyone's patience. Coming up, we'll show you when to hit the road and how to make your journey a little easier, whether you're driving or flying. Plus, it's a timepiece frozen in history, the pocket watch worn by a Titanic passenger who passed away in the disaster. Coming up in the 6 o'clock hour, we're going to take you inside the auction and reveal the incredible journey of this iconic item and the hefty price tag that it came with. And giving you a live look outside from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. Josh, you're talking snow in some places.
That's some snow for lower elevations, at least that's in the forecast. A little dusting possible for the valleys, much more for Cascade Passes. I'll talk about the higher elevation snow and the potential for low elevation snow coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.